Alright. Let's write some game music. Welcome to my very first composer devlog, where I'm documenting the journey of writing music for Halve, a solo co-op puzzle platformer. This is the first video in the series, and I want to use this episode to briefly introduce myself and what the series is about. My name is Tom, and I'm a freelance composer and orchestrator. I originally studied classical composition and music for film, but about a year and a half ago I was hired on my very first game project. This project was such a joy that I decided that I wanted to do more work in games. I live in Amsterdam, by the way, and this is one of my favorite spots in the city. Like, just the view is great. Now, there's two reasons why I like writing for games so much. The first one is the interactivity aspect of it. Everything that the player does or that is built into the game as a gameplay element is something that you can use for the music and that you can make the music react to. And there's a lot of creative challenges that come with this, and I actually really love those. Thinking about creative ways how I can use the game design into my music and how I can have it interact with what the player is doing is one of the things that I really like about writing for games and how it's different to writing for film. I always compare it in a way that writing for films is 2D while writing for games is 3D. Everything that you do has this additional layer to it that is the interactivity, and I love it. The second reason why I love writing for games so much is the collaborative aspect of it. Especially in a small team like we are, every team member is in touch with each other, dependent on each other, and can inspire each other with the work that they are doing. And there's a third reason that I love writing for games so much, and that is the fact that I am a huge gamer myself. I was here earlier when the light was better, but just a brief insight into my psyche. I forgot to put the memory cards back into the camera, so I had to run back home. But now we're here. Over the coming months, I will be working as composer, music designer, and audio implementer of the game Halve by Moonleaf Studio. This series is meant as a documentation of what it's like to write music for an indie game in a small team. Since the term indie came up for discussion a little bit in recent events, in this instance I mean that we are a very small team and everybody is wearing multiple hats. This means I'll be taking on some additional roles as well besides just writing the music, and I want to show you what that's like. We will be discussing topics along the way such as composition and orchestration, music research and concepting, writing interactive music, finding work as a game composer, music design and implementation in Wise and Unity, communication with the devs, and much more. Basically, everything that will be a thing when writing music for an indie game. Now, there's already been some work that we've done in the last couple of weeks and even last year, so I want to use these first couple of episodes to bring you up to speed with where we are now, as well as documenting the work we are doing along the way. The first episode will be uploaded somewhere in the next week, but in the meantime you can already watch the first devlog that Iridas made from Moonleaf Studio, as well as Wishlist Halve on Steam, and play the demo. I hope to see you along for the ride. You might witness spectacular failure or glorious success, only time will tell. But I hope to see you in my next composer devlog. Devlog. My Dutch is showing.